Broadcast school has really paid off.
The Cooper and Anthony Show.
I know the kids say the darndest things, but what has your child said or done that has just really embarrassed you? Hey, Kristen.
Hey, I've got a good one. I was in Victoria's Secret with my two boys, and they were pretty little. They were 2 and 4, and brought them in the dressing room with me and was trying on bras, and my son said, "Mom, you've got the biggest boobs." And the ladies next to me started giggling, and I'm like, "Honey, shh, but you do."
Oh, gosh.
I was mortified. I walked out, and I'm like, "Oh, God, I just hope they're not coming out." And they walked out at the same time as me.
Oh, see, Kristen, you know they went to school the next day and said, "My mom has the biggest boobs."
Oh, you know they did. So
yeah, all their friends know the size of your breasts now.
Yeah, it was just awesome.
Yeah, now at what age do you decide to stop taking them into dressing rooms? Was that it?
Right at that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I lock the bathroom door. I lock everything now.
Once they become critics.
Yep, exactly.
Once they have an opinion about your breast size, that's it. They're cut off.
They're cut off.
Sorry, Kristen. Sorry that happened to you. But it's, that's what's funny about kids. Hey, Carl.
Hey, how are you?
Now, have you been in a situation that your kid just really embarrassed you, said something or did something that you went, yeah, not my kid?
Oh, yeah. He's 18 now. He was about 12. We was at an AAU tournament, sitting with another family, and we were talking about how each other met and everything, and just talking about, we met here and whatever. My son pops up and says, "Mommy wasn't married today when she got pregnant." And I was that's nice.
My mommy had me at a wedlock.
Yeah, they looked at me, I was like, the kids say the darndest things. And they just busted out laughing. They said, and my wife just looked, and she could have killed my son, of course. And I just try to play it off and keep on going. He just, they told me that it happened on Dave's birthday, and they got married the next month. I'm like, well, shut up.
Yep, Daddy knocked her right up.
Well, I appreciate that, son.
What a proud moment for you, Carl.
Oh, it was. I thought we got talking last. I said, "Don't tell everything you know."
Yeah, you played off like, I don't know where he gets that stuff from. He watches too much television.
I know, really.
Hello, Alyssa.
Hello.
Alyssa, have you been in this situation with your kid?
Oh, my gosh, I have. My daughter was about 3 years old, and she got one of those little play school little Tykes cameras for Christmas.
Cute.
So my husband was a best man in his best friend's wedding, and it just so happens that a couple weeks before, I worked night shift at the time, so I would be exhausted, and I'd be getting a shower, and I'd get out of the shower, and I'd kind of put my bra and underwear on and just go lay down on my bed just to kind of get a few minutes to recuperate. Well, she comes in and was snapping pictures of me, and I was like, "Oh, get out of here," And so probably, I don't know, a couple weeks to a month later, we're at this wedding where my husband is the best man, and people are coming up to me saying, "Oh my gosh, Abby showed me the pictures," and just going on and on and on. So I'm like, what in the world is everybody talking about? So I take the camera and I said, "Let me see your pictures." I'm going through it, and there are about 3 pictures of me laying on the bed in my bra and underwear that she had shown probably every person in that room.
Man.
And everyone had seen me on that camera with my bra and underwear on, just laying on my bed. I'm like, oh, people are probably thinking I am the worst mother, and what kind of things do these
hanging out naked around your kids all day.
Oh, yeah. I was so mortified. I was just unbelievably embarrassed. I'm like,
way to upstage the bride, too.
It was awful. It was awful. And nonetheless, my husband is the best man in this wedding. I'm like, great.
They were high-fiving him. Hot wife. Well done.
It was definitely the talk for quite a while. We still see people, and they're like, remember, this has been almost 3 years ago now, and people are like, remember when Abby brought her camera to this wedding? And I'm like, okay, that's enough.
I love it. They're like, remember, that was so fun. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, that was fun for everybody but me.
You need to get one of those things from Men in Black where you can erase someone's memory.
Oh, yes, definitely.
You need to get that and do that
flashy
thing.
thing.
Do that flashy thing to all your friends.
Yeah, if I could do that, believe me, I would have done it a long time ago.
Thank you, Alyssa. Hey, Tracy.
Hi.
Tracy, you spend a lot of time around kids, right?
I do. A couple of years ago, I was working in an elementary school. Saw lots of children.
Oh, I bet you must have great stories.
I do, but I have one that goes right along with this. It wasn't my child, but I was working the front desk. Whenever children come in late, the parents have to sign them in and get a tardy slip and take them to class. Mm-hmm. So we always ask, what's your name, who's your form teacher, why are you late? And the mom pipes up, we had car trouble. And the kid, who was 6 or 7, looks at her and says, you were having sex.
Oh, no!
And the look on Mom's face, that's what was going on.
Oh, I don't know what's more disturbing, if the kid said it or that's why the mother was late. So how do you handle a situation like that? You just say, okay, thank you, here's your pass.
I did. I wrote car trouble and handed it over to Mom because I was not going to write that on the pass.
That's great, Tracy. Oh, my Lord, that's hysterical. Oh, that's good. She must have great stories. I got to say, if you work in an elementary school around kids all day long, I bet it's just like one after another, What a fun job that is. All right, so we're talking about, how kids say the darndest things. Well, it's much cuter when it's someone else's kid, but when your kid says something that is embarrassing, it's not so cute. So has that happened to you? Has your kid just embarrassed the heck out of you? Did this happen to you, Barbara?
Oh, my God. I have 5, so it happens to me on a daily basis.
Oh, no.
You live your life like this.
Yeah, but my 4-year-old, who will be 5 tomorrow, is particularly embarrassing for me because he's very into what's real and what's not real.
Uh-huh.
But when we're at the grocery store, because I rarely ever take him to the grocery store, and this is one of the reasons why, I'm in line, and there's this rather large woman in front of me. He walks up to me, grabs the fat on my stomach, and was like, "Look, Mommy, that lady has fat on her tummy like you do." It's like, oh my! And her boobies are big too. She must have had a bunch of babies too. And I was like, "Mr. Bing, you're gonna die." And I was like, "Say that? That's rude." And she was like, "But Mommy, you said tell the truth, and she's big."
And the woman heard everything, right?
Of course she did. And I was just like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "You need to teach your kid what's rude and not." And I was like, "Thanks. Have a good day." And I just moved. We left our cart there and walked out.
But you know what? The kid's 5. What does she expect? Or 4 at the time.
I don't know. I mean, he's so cute. It's like, look at his eyes.
Yeah, look at how adorable. I almost want to be fat around him. He's so cute.
It's my fault because I tell the kids, well, Mommy's kind of chubby because I had 3 boys in 3 years.
Right.
So,
kids they say the darndest things, but when they do that, they can get us. Well, you guys, I don't have kids, but they can really embarrass you. And I think that's why I like having dogs. Hey, Bron.
Hey, Cooper, how are you tonight?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. And so what's going on? What did your niece and nephews do?
I have to tell you, I love them so much. And let me preface this by saying I sat through the Barney movie twice.
Oh, that's love. You must really love those kids.
I'm the good aunt. I used to take them to the movies all the time, and I would load them up with stuff from, candy from the drugstore because 3 kids to the movies is usually like $100 round trip.
Right.
And so my niece was under the age, like the age limit that you can go in, and you know how you say you're 12 and they get a discount? Mm-hmm. And she was under the age, but we got to the window and she kept saying, "I can get in for this price because I'm 12, right? I'm 12. I'm really 12. And the lady was looking at me like, "Why don't you just pay the $1, okay?" Then I was already humiliated, and we're walking in the door, and the last thing she says is, "And I won't tell anybody about the candy either, okay?"
Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
And you're not really my aunt, and you just pick me up on the street. And
I know. It's like you want to move over a step and say, "Those are her kids."
It's like, what happened to that children should be seen and not heard thing?
Well, and the best thing is you do get to give them back at the end of the night,
You're right. It's much better being an auntie.
Yep.
I'm enjoying it. Thank you, Bron. See, that's why I love being an auntie.
See, that's the thing is when you go to an amusement park, they say under 12 is this or under 9 or 10 or something like that. So you go up there and you say 2 under 10. And then Brandon goes, "I'm 11. You just cost me $10. If you want to shut your mouth for 4 minutes.
Always. I mean, they always want to brag about how old they are.
So,
yeah, they're so embarrassed to be so young. I'm a big boy. I'm 11, you know.
Never buy the tickets when they're around.
I know.
Make them stand back with Mom.
I made him open his wallet up and give me $10 out of his wallet.
No, you didn't.
Because that what you just cost me, it's going to cost you.
When you get your first job, you're going to owe me that money, kid.
I'm writing it down.
Keep like a little log.
Right.
By the time he gets his first job, you owe me $400 and yeah. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Good. Now, Sherry, what did your son do?
Okay. My husband, of course, is an adult, and he enjoys a couple beers after work, you know, with dinner, and he's a smoker as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. When my son was in third grade, he came home one day with a note from the teacher saying, "Please call me immediately." So I called the school the next day, and I say, "Hello, this is Peter's mom. What can I do?" And she said, "Did you know your son told me your husband does drugs every day?"
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
So I had to explain, of course, that yes, I guess they're teaching them that those are drugs, but it's really not illegal.
Right. So did you explain did the teacher explain to the kids the difference between drinking alcohol and actual drugs, or everything's a drug?
I guess they were calling everything a drug.
Oh, no.
At that age, you know, it's years now later. It's 8 years later, and you know, I don't know what they're teaching anymore.
And he's probably so proud. Oh, really? My daddy does drugs every day.
Exactly.
You should see him. Every day. Oh, God. Oh, poor. Now, when you went to explain to the teacher, did she understand, or was she still sort of like dubious?
I think she understood. She actually wanted me to teach him the distinction.
And did you?
Well, of course, you know. Okay. But, you know, I thought, you know, maybe she could have at least taken a moment to say.
Right, yeah. Probably not drug addicts, frankly, yeah. Make the distinction here. I hear you.
Dad does drugs every day.
Thank you, Sherry. Every single day. We're so proud of him.
Oh, wow.
And Mommy buys it for him.
Right. She enjoys it.
Hey, Carla.
Hi. Hi, Cooper.
Carla, hi. So now, have you been in the situation where you've been terribly embarrassed by a child?
I have been. I was in a busy waiting room with my son, who was 3 years old, and my sister-in-law was pregnant at the time. Mm-hmm. And he pointed to this man with a very large tummy and said, "Look, Mommy, he's pregnant too."
Oh, no! And what did the man say?
There was no getting away from the situation. The man just gave us an evil look. And I'm just like, "Honey, quiet." And he said, "But he is." I just didn't even know what to say. And I had a story about my friend's little boy, mm-hmm. who is about 20 now. He was very into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we were in a shoe store, and a lady by us was trying on shoes, and he put the lady in a headlock and wouldn't let the lady up.
Wow. For what reason?
He just was trying out his ninja moves.
Oh, okay, I see. And was she impressed?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, that's a shame.
She was not impressed at all.
That's a shame. And that's the thing, because, I mean, the man did have a big belly. I don't think he should give a dirty look.
I was really hurt by that.
You were?
Yeah.
Who told you to eat so much?
When her kid said that to me, I was really hurt.
You know, have a salad before dinner, for dinner, not before dinner.
Right.
As you say to me all the time.
Have a salad for an entree instead of before an entree.
Yes, thank you. That's what you tell me all the time. And believe me, when I go to restaurants, I do think about that. I do think about you. When I look at the menu, I think I should get a salad first. No.
Well, see, and the things that you say run in my head when I'm at a restaurant, because when we were at the beach, I said, "What should I get to eat?" You got to have the what?
You got if you could see the ocean, have the fish.
There you go.
That's my motto.
Words to live by.
Hi, Nita.
Hi, how are you?
Now, have you been embarrassed by children?
Well, I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I hear it all the time. But my story is not about the kindergartners today, although I have a million of them. We went to Tweetsea, the amusement park in the mountains.
Oh, sure.
My twins' third birthday. And while we were up there, we had several of us around us, and my twin sister, I also have a twin sister, and she said to my little ones at the very top, at the petting zoo, if you will call the little deer by their name, then they'll come over to you and you can feed them.
Mm-hmm.
And so here I've got these 3-year-old little twins, and they're so excited because we're there and there's little deer and stuff. And so I did not realize that she did not tell them, that she told them that the deer's name was Dammit. And so I've got my little kids standing there at the gate, and they're going, "Come here, damn it! Come here, damn it!"
Oh, no.
Trying to call these little deer over. It was terrible. And they just wouldn't stop. They would not stop until the little thing came over there and they could feed it. They were insistent that they weren't yelling it loud enough because he couldn't hear them. Oh. And she was just yelling, "Come here, damn it! Come here!"
And the kid had no idea what they were saying, right?
No, they had no clue. My sister, meanwhile, is like about 10 feet away, cracking up. I had no idea what in the world, where they had gotten this from. Yeah,
see, that's the worst part, because they think they're being funny, and now they're going to say the word over and over.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like, I made a joke.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
I'm funny.
We had many laughs over the years telling people that joke, but anyway.
I love it.
Great.
Oh, Nita, that's the best story.
Oh.
Thank you. One more?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Now, Carol, have you ever been embarrassed by a child in maybe a very inappropriate place?
Well, it's actually my sister and my nephew really embarrassed her. We all thought it was funny because it didn't happen to us. But when my nephew would misbehave, he was probably like 3 years old. My sister would take when they went to church, she would take him to the bathroom and have a little talk with him. And we once went to visit my sister that lives in a real rural area, and she went to this little tiny country church. And my nephew started acting up, and so my sister got up to take him out of church. And at the top of his lungs, he screams, "I can't be in trouble. There's no bathroom here."
Oh, no.